Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today, I will be reading a story to you named Tina and Twink, the Mermaid Twins. Tina and Twink were mermaid twins whose home was a beautiful coral reef, like a garden under the sea. All kinds of creatures lived in the warm, clear water around the reef. Every one of them loved the two little mermaids and went to visit them each day. This morning was no different. First, a shoal of shimmering rainbow fish came by and wanted to play. Tina and Twink chased them and raced them all through the coral caves until they caught up with them on the other side. Then the tiny rainbow fish gathered into the shape of a heart, just for the two little mermaids. "That's wonderful, you clever things," said Tina, blowing them bubble kisses. "Off you go, all of you," laughed Twink, clapping her hands. And with a flick of a tail, the mermaid twins darted through the water, scattering the tiny rainbow fish in all directions. Now, earlier that morning, Tina and Twink had promised their music teacher they would practice tunes on their trumpet shells. "We had better get started before any more of our friends call round to visit," said Tina, and both of the mermaids took a deep breath, ready to blow into their shells. But right at that very moment, two rather friendly young turtles stopped by. "Come for a ride to Seaweed Wood and see how fast we can go," they called out to the mermaids. "Sounds like a great idea," cried Tina, putting down her trumpet shell. "It's better than practicing tunes all morning," giggled Twink. And with a flip and a flick of their mermaid tails, the mischievous pair leaped into the turtle's back and took off. Both turtles whizzed through the water at tremendous speed, curving and swerving in and out of the swaying seaweed. Very soon, they completely forgot that the mermaids were riding on their backs, and they nearly flipped over a number of times. "That was amazing," gasped Tina and Twink when the turtles came to a stop. "Now we must go home and practice on our trumpet shells as we promised," said the little mermaids. But neither of the turtles could remember the way back. "I'm afraid we're lost, and it's all our fault," said the poor turtles, looking rather sorry for themselves. "Don't feel bad," said Tina kindly. "It's our fault too. We should have stayed at home and practiced. Let's play our tunes right now," suggested Twink, and she picked up one of the trumpet shells that lay on the seabed and began to play. "It might make us feel better," sighed Tina, and she joined in with the music. The two little mermaids played every tune they knew over and over again, and the turtles listened quietly. All of a sudden, they saw a bright shimmering flash, and the shoal of rainbow fish came darting out of the seaweed. "Are you still practicing your tunes?" asked the fishes all together. "It's getting rather late. Time you two went home." With frisking tails and flips and bounds, the tiny fish gathered themselves into the shape of an arrow and led everyone back to the coral reef. "We kept our promise after all," said Tina, when they were tucked up in their shells at night. I'm so glad we did, replied Twink, and the two mermaids drifted off into a deep sleep. The end. Thank you so much for joining me today, and next time I will have another book to read to you. Until then.